God has ordered steps. The thing that I'm thankful for is to know that God orders the steps. It helps me to understand that I am not wandering aimlessly, that I'm not just moving on my own, that there is a course for me to take.
If your faith cannot be tested, your faith cannot be trusted.
I can't do this. It's just too much for me. It's too hard. I can't take it. You are stronger than you think you are.
The only thing more important than who you are today is who you're becoming tomorrow. We choose a life of progression, not perfection. How many of you know that where you're headed is more important than where you are? Life is a process. And the very fact that we're declaring that we are becoming also insinuates the fact that we are not there yet. If we're not careful, we will turn this concept of becoming into a destination.
When you feel overwhelmed, like the pressure is too much, it's because you're stronger than you think. You'll never know how strong you really are until you face pressure that you've never faced. It may seem unbearable, but the fact that God allowed it means that you can handle it.
How is it that many times we block ourselves and we use these words almost like we're in a trance, that we find ways to cancel out our dreams? And I think that a lot of things that we want to do, a lot of places we would like to go, a lot of things we would like to experience, and we just stop at but. That but is a dream killer.
Stay on track. Don't deviate. Don't procrastinate. Don't become frustrated. All you have to do to win this battle is stay on track.
You can look back at times where you didn't think you could go on. The pressure seemed unbearable, but somehow it didn't defeat you. You kept going when you didn't feel like you had anything left. You had the strength to get up another day. Why didn't it break you? Because you were stronger than you thought.
Leadership does not begin with people. It begins with you first. Leadership is born when toleration ends. Whatever you tolerate, you will never change.
When I'm in trouble, I don't need nobody coming to tell me I'm in trouble. I got sense enough to know I'm in trouble. I don't need that. I don't need you to come and tell me that. I need you to come help me get out of trouble. A friend is born for the day of adversity. And if you are not there with me in my adversity, you are not a real friend.
Live your life, make your mark. Don't wake up every day being consumed in everybody else's thoughts. Live your life and make your mark. You're not supposed to be another person that lived and died and didn't do anything significant.
Life was designed not to give us what we want, but life was designed to give us what we deserve. It says those that give, receive. It says those that search will find. Go where good ideas are being taught, go searching, go looking, because good ideas are not going to be wasted on those that are not seeking, searching, well prepared. Prepare yourself to be ready. Opportunity comes along and passes by the person that is not well prepared.
Too often, we're not spending any time on the inside. Nice clothes won't cover up a bad attitude. A pretty face, perfect makeup won't hide being bitter on the inside. A bad attitude makes you unattractive. It overrides what's on the outside. It's important to look good, but it's even more important to keep a good attitude. Nobody wants to be around a sour, critical, condescending person.
And people over and over again, they get so focused on what's next or another season or another space because there is this notion and this idea that somehow the grass is green over the fence on the other side. The grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is simply green where you choose to water the grass.
Everything worthwhile is uphill. There is nothing in your life, there is nothing in my life that's worthwhile, that's quick and easy. You have to fight for it every day. You have to climb for it every day. Does it come to you? It's like one guy said, all my life I've worked hard at being an overnight success. Everything worthwhile is uphill. Now the problem is we have downhill habits.
Greatness will cost you something, not somebody else. It'll cost you something. It's going to cost you some time. It's going to cost you some energy. It's going to cost you some sacrifice. It's going to cost you some resources. It's going to cost you some hours of your life laying down, going the extra mile, doing what other people are not willing to do. Greatness is not cheap. Greatness always costs more. That's why there's not many people who achieve greatness. They're not willing to pay the price.
I've been riddled with self-doubt. That creeps up all the time in our lives. Am I enough? Am I good enough? Is this something that's part of my destiny? Should I be doing this? And do I deserve this? If you're a religious person, I believe the adversary's greatest tool that he could use against you to get you to lose in your life is to get you discouraged and doubting. These are two of the most chaotic things that the adversary can do to us, or that we do to ourselves in our own minds, is to get ourselves doubting, because you can't win when you doubt and you can't win when you're discouraged.
There's great power in self-reliance. Self-reliance means you simply look mostly to yourself. Primarily say, I'm the person responsible. I've got to be the final one that people can rely on. I can catch up, I can fill the gap, I can do the job. Primarily, we're learning to count on yourself. Never complain and never explain.
Hidden greatness is usually revealed during hardships. Usually you will not discover greatness in a person until they go through hardship. The hard places reveal hidden greatness. That's when you start seeing greatness. Watch what people do in trouble. Watch what people do in crisis. And if they fold up, there's no greatness there. But if there's greatness there, it'll come out in the hard places. Hidden greatness will get in trouble and rise to the occasion.
People who succeed in life do the things that need to be done, whether they feel like doing them or not. People who don't succeed only execute when they feel good. That is the difference.
If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
How do you think? And how do you get to think the way you think? And what made you think what you think right now? The history that created you is still with you. And even though you wear different clothes, drive a different car, it's the same person. Because somehow our history is so heavy, it's tough to cut loose. We still apologize for being successful.
Tưởng vào duyên số, nhưng nếu em cho số đảm bảo mình nên duyên đấy. Từ khi gặp em, Google hết tác dụng, bởi em là tất cả những gì anh cần tìm, giống một kho báu để ngăn người khác đụng tới. Đối đầu thế giới anh cũng sẵn sàng cân tím, ghét phải lặng im coi em như cô bạn. Nỗi nhớ đong đầy bao giờ mới khô cạn, khoảnh khắc bên nhau thời gian như ngừng trôi, vì em sở hữu sự hấp dẫn vô hạn. Yêu đơn phương, cảm giác khó đọc tên, mọi thứ mù mịt giống như đứng trước bão. Mãi hy vọng chờ đợi ngóng trông đến ngày nụ hôn đó sẽ một lần được trao. Hương thơm ngọt ngào vương trên mái tóc em, gây nghiện cực mạnh anh ngày đêm ước ao. Quỳnh là loài hoa đẹp nhất trong bóng đêm, cuộc đời này u tối đang cần em bước vào. Đưa cho anh cái bản đồ vì anh sắp lạc bên trong đôi mắt kia. Hãy đưa cho anh cuốn từ điển vì cảm xúc này.
We feel ashamed to be in charge.
See, but will cause you to procrastinate, but will cause you to hide out behind fear, but will cause you to come up with all type of excuses that you can validate your inaction. But is an argument for our limitations. And when we argue for our limitations, we get to keep them. And right now, more than ever, people need to look for ways to live their dream. People need to look for ways to make it on their own. There's no such thing as a storm-proof or tragic-proof life.
That's very important, how other people see you. If they don't see you as a leader, chances are they won't pay attention. If they don't see you as being in control, chances are they won't have the trust. If they don't see you as knowing where you're going, what you want to accomplish, they probably won't follow. If you have the image of someone that's in charge, in control, that kind of image is powerful. It helps to win the day. It attracts other people. People want to be around people that are in control. That kind of image is important.
A lot of people are running around here trying to figure out what it is to be happy, what it is. To be fulfilled, what it is to connect the fulfillment of your life to something. And it's always like, I have what I have, but I still don't feel fulfilled. So in my mind, maybe if I get this, I'll be happy. Maybe if I get that, I'll be happy. And it's like this never ending, it's almost like you're chasing your tail, trying to finally bite your tail, and you never reach it.
All temptation happens in the mind. We think temptation is something out there that happens that we see out there and say, oh, that's tempting to me. It wouldn't tempt you if there wasn't a corollary desire inside you. All temptation happens in your mind, between your ears.
The enthusiasm that really affects people. The enthusiasm that runs deep. The enthusiasm that comes from deep inside. Created by self-confidence. Created by purpose. Created by genuine willingness to help other people. That kind of enthusiasm. A lot of it is quiet. A lot of it is unheard. And the 10% that's heard, it rings a bell. People call it genuine enthusiasm.
For anybody out there who's chasing greatness, who's trying to make a change in their life, who knows that there is something better out there for them, there's going to be times in your journey
Khi say anh thường hay nhắc về em, mong khỏa lấp những u tối, khoảnh khắc về đêm nghe lại bài ca ngày xưa cũ. Ta hát về nhau nhớ những giấc mơ ta từng ước, to tát về sau. Và đó là khi mà anh dần lụy là không làm chủ chính mình, thấy không gian trở nên tồi tệ, mọi thứ bao phủ chính mình. Em đâu còn như điều anh mơ, anh cũng tự nhủ chính mình. Nhưng mà thôi em, nào ai giỏi mà đủ tính tình, chẳng thể vươn tới được cảnh cao dù anh có nhã ý trèo. Trong cơn say mọi thứ cuồng quay, anh trở thành gã chí phèo. Yêu chân thành là không thay lòng dù em có như thị nở. Ý anh là em như cô Tấm, nhìn em như thị nở. Đêm vắng nàng ngón tay xám vàng vì đốt cả bao thuốc lá. Căn phòng chung khi xưa nồng ấm, bây giờ sao bút giá. Một thói xấu mà anh đã quen khi em không ở bên lâu. Anh từng ngồi trong một góc tối nhậu suốt cả đêm thâu. Em mang con tim anh đi đâu, khiến anh mù quáng vẫn cố sáng mỗi khi đau. Em mang con tim anh đi đâu, điều gì choáng váng để xứng đáng ướt mi nhau. Em mang con tim anh đi đâu, khiến anh mù quáng vẫn cố sáng mỗi khi đau. Em mang con tim anh đi đâu, điều gì choáng váng để xứng đáng ướt mi nhau. đêm thâu. Anh đâu muốn nỗi buồn cứ dậy thêm đâu. Tên nhau anh cố gắng không nhớ để mà quên đau. Đào sâu trong ngàn điều muốn nói nhưng chẳng nên câu. Bao lâu để tổn thương phai mở đi những vết dấu. Vì sao thiếu em đời tôi như bài văn thiếu ý. Vì sao chỉ biết yêu thôi chẳng hiểu gì dại khờ. Khi con tim cần người không phải người cần dại khờ. Dấn thân mãi để kiếm trời dưới đất. Vội vàng mang ưu tư vào nhạc cất. Vội vàng tôi muốn tắt nắng đi cho màu đừng nhạt mất. Tương tư chiều cuốn cuộc đời theo hướng mặt trời xa đi. Tương tư chiều mà kỷ niệm ôi còn gọi ta chi. Biển tình dù bao la nhưng mặn chát đắng. Và biển anh không xứng là biển xanh nhưng anh muốn em là bờ cát trắng. Yêu là xuống cả địa ngục vì đã chót tin như là xuân diệu. Yêu là chết ở trong lòng một ít.
Where you catch yourself comparing your path to others. So when we compare our paths to other people's, we don't know where they came from. We don't know how far it took them to get there. We don't know how hard it took for them to get there. We just see where they're currently at. And I want you to be careful because it's going to be a very, very cautious road of you wanting to not own your path.
A big share of our life is preparing, getting ready. But here's preparation that's very vital, and that is to prepare yourself for success. Life seemingly does not wish to waste success on the unprepared. Wanting to excel in all of the skills and settling for nothing less than an outstanding performance. If you're willing to demand of yourself excellence in skills, to be the best that you can possibly be,
I don't just want to do something great. I want to be a great person, a great father, a great husband. I don't just want to do that. I want to be it. It's a difference between doing something great and being great. Greatness is not popularity. It's not how many Twitter followers you have.
People who succeed, people who are champions, do when they don't feel like it. They execute every day, whether they're sick, whether they're tired, whether... raining, whether it's snowing, whether it's a fucking hurricane, it doesn't matter. People who win execute. People who don't only execute on the days they feel good. That's the difference between everything you've ever wanted and everything you currently have. You can execute. And you execute on the days you feel good, and you execute on the days you feel like shit. And you execute when it's raining, and you execute when it's snowing, and you execute when your legs broke. It doesn't matter. Winners execute, losers only execute when they feel like it. Instant gratification versus delayed gratification. Losers always take instant gratification. What's good for me now? What do I feel like doing now? That's loser mentality. Winner's mentality is, I know what I gotta do, and I'm doing it. And I do it today, I do it tomorrow, from here until the end of time, and then I do it some more. That's the difference.
Credit goes to our awesome patrons who make videos like this one possible. Consider joining them to support our work. You can also support us by subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell button to get notified when our new videos are released. And as always, thank you for watching.